As you go forward to master the NCLEX, we want you to make a test plan. We want you to make a plan for studying, whatever application, whatever book that you're going to use. Go ahead, look at how many weeks that you have before you test and plug in the areas that you want to study on each day. So there's a sample copy in here of how I would break it down if I only had 3 or 4 weeks to study. You want to make sure that you're doing at least 75 to 100 questions a day. There's just no way around it. So the more that you can get used to that, the better. But we really don't recommend doing any more than 250, 300 questions in a day. Your brain can't hold that, okay? So I would really, think about how to strategically place those periods where you're gonna really practice. And then really it's a matter of practicing every day. Just basic learning principles. You cannot cram for something that's taken you 2 years to learn. There's just no way to do that. So the more that you can just do a small chunk here and then rest, study, let it process, let it make loose associations in your mind, and then study the next batch the next day or that evening or whatever, okay? So anytime that you can do that, it's gonna let your brain kind of catch up with what you've just done, and it's gonna help it seep deeper into your brain. The more times you have to retrieve a piece of information from your brain, the better you're gonna do, okay? So I've told everybody this semester one of my favorite facts is you have to retrieve something from your brain on average of 20 times before it's actually a memory, before it actually comes to your mind quickly. So even if it's content that you feel like you know well, it's content that you feel like you've seen and you've heard, take the time to really look at it again. For the questions that you're answering, really take the time to reread the rationales. Sometimes there's just even information in there, not about the content, but about how the question itself was structured or what was specific and unique to that situation, okay? And of course, in the app, you have the ability to label it as no, don't know, and somewhat no. So anytime that you just guessed at what the answer was, it's really in your best interest to say that you didn't know that. And just go ahead and tag it that way so that you can go back into that stack of questions and review it, okay? It doesn't do you any favors to be dishonest with yourself when you're studying.